Hello everybody, and welcome back to Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. In the last episode, we got a little too personal in with Austin, Peanut Butter Gamer. Because he doesn't have a real name in this, I guess. Why is he John? He should be John Tron, then. Just John Tron. He has no name, he's just John Tron. Yeah, we got a little too personal with him, trying to control his life. Assuming that he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And yeah, now we're going up to his room to check on him because he hasn't been to class in 2 days. Because that's totally not normal, right? Anyways. We stopped off a few lines in, but we're just gonna go back and reread these. I think it sets the scene a little better. As we climbed the stairs to the room, I finally asked him something that had been bothering me for a while. John, where did Jacques go? Jacques? Oh, he's fine. He's installing an update to get a cybernetic beak that can carve through raw iron. Raw iron? Oh yeah, all the cool birds have one nowadays. You know, couldn't leave him out of the loop, the little guy. If you say so. I didn't really believe him, but he didn't seem to want to talk about it. Besides, it made about as much sense as anything, John said. Here we are. We stepped into his and PBG's dorm room, and he closed the door behind us. PBG was fast asleep, curled into a tiny ball on the bed. How it was possible for him to be so small when he was 6'2"?
Good morning.
Oh, sorry. How was it possible? There you go.
Good morning.
Wake up, beauty queen. PBG shifted over. You've got to be kidding me. He climbed over PBG's soccer bag and began poking him in the side. Wake up, come on.
No.
No, leave me alone, I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. If you don't come to class, you're gonna get kicked out of school. You want that? Leave me alone. Hello.
No.
Come on. John swept PBG's blankets off of him. John swept PBG's blankets off of him as like a matador. As like a matador. As like a matador. No! Turns out he wasn't wearing any clothes. And was fully erect. PBG shrieked and flailed again against the bed in a perverse imitation of a toddler's temper tantrum. Or that. I don't want to go to school. I'm sleepy. I want to sleep. Let me go to sleep. Oh man, this is awful. John turned to me. Sorry, Hannah. Could you leave us alone for a bit? Hannah? PBG. Yeah, okay. PBG shot up in his bed, smashing his head against the beams of John's bunk. Ow! That's awesome. Shut up, leave me alone. I'm up, okay? I'm up. Yeah, Hannah was worried about you, so we came to get you. I shuffled awkwardly back into the entryway. Pardon my intrusion. Hannah, He trailed off, the tips of his ears turning pink. We'll be in class after lunch, okay? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll go now. I flew out of the room and headed for the cafeteria. Headed for to the cafeteria. When I got back to class...
I can't believe this.
Damn, it was a total fluke? There's no question mark at the end of the statement. It was a total fluke. Shizuku was giving him an application for some college internship program. That's why she winked. Totally thought they were gonna get it on, too. That's too bad. What are you grinning about, anyhow? I glanced across the room at PBG in his seat. He caught my eye. He caught my glance and gave me a thumbs up. Nothing. Oh, you lovebirds. Lovebirds? No, it's not like that, I swear. Yeah, let me know when it gets juicy. With all those juices. Those were sex noises. PBG stayed in class that day, and for a few days after that. He looked absolutely exhausted every time I saw him, and rarely responded to what I was saying. At lunch, he ate his food absent-mindedly and picked at his dessert, never listening to the conversation. I was worried. He was clearly acting strange, but no one else seemed to be paying him any attention. I tracked Nick down to ask why, and all he said was, "This has happened before, it's just kind of has to run its course." Eventually I pieced two and two together. A big game was coming up. Apparently if Asagao won, they would significantly better their chances of getting to the finals. I didn't understand why, but they'd be able to lose 2 games instead of only 1. As the deadline approached, PBG got more and more anxious. Then, one day, he didn't show up to class at all. He's still not here.
Hey.
Oh, what's going on? This is the second day PBG hasn't come to class. Luke glanced at PBG's seat. Yeah, I guess you're right. Ellipses. Don't be sad. I glanced up at Ian in surprise. Oh, sorry, that was Ian. Don't be sad. No? Ian rolled his eyes. He's not hurting himself. There's no problem, he can make his own decisions. You've got yourself to worry about, this tournament isn't gonna win itself. He grinned and my throat caught. The tournament! I've been so worried I hadn't been practicing at all. That's what I thought. You can't take this easy. You can't make this easy for us, Hannah. We really need to beat you if you don't... Jesus Christ, that wasn't a sentence. We really will beat you if you don't work hard at it. You're right. Ian shook his head and walked away. When it finally registered that Ian left, Luke followed. Ellipses. I shouldered my bag. Mai was nowhere to be seen, so I headed home alone to do some practice. Ugh, damn it. No matter how hard I tried, I wasn't getting any better. I stayed in the same score and range. What? Jesus. I stayed in the same score and rank range since last week. How was I going to beat Ian at this rate? Oh, the show's back on. I turned the volume up just slightly, resuming my training. Welcome back to PB&J. Remember, if you hear that name somewhere else, we totally thought of it first. Tonight I'm bringing you a very special show because, as you might notice, my partner has fallen asleep. Uh-oh. Don't worry, I won't be doing anything too bad to the guy, but you know, he has a lot of fears, and I'd figured that we'd do something to help him combat those. I don't even want to know. A sound like wet plastic echoed out of the radio. When John next spoke, his voice was muffled. Now then. That really shows up very loud on the recording, no matter how quiet I go.
Ah!
PBG, wake up. I have come for you. What? There was a second pause over the radio. I held my breath, then...
Ah!
Oh, God, no, sorry, I'm sorry. Please don't take me. Please don't take me. Oh. You will make the perfect specimen. No, okay, you can take me, but please don't take Luca. He doesn't even know any better. He's just a dog. John started laughing, but his muffled voice made it sound absolutely demonic. That wasn't very demonic. I should have made more of my life when I had the chance. I have so many things to tell people. Jeff, if you're out there, I secretly consider you a really good friend. What? That was a secret? And Josh, I'm really jealous of your beard, and aren't I? Oh there, boy. Sorry. Oh there, boy. There was a rustling as John took off whatever he was wearing. It's only me. John?
Hey!
Come over to Daddy. Come hug me. I'm sorry for hurting you. What? A quiet shuffling sound and then someone being pat on the back. There, I'm sorry. It's over now. It was you? Of course it was me, you dumb nut. You numb nut, not dumb nut. Why did I even say dumb nut? Why did that come to mind? I've never been so happy to see you. These two. For a long while, there was just rustling and patting as PVG was presumably being calmed down, sitting on a fetal position in John's lap with his thumb in his mouth. I smiled. Whether it was obvious or not, John cared about PVG. He was trying to cheer him up in his own special way. Despite that, I still wondered. PVG didn't sound any less stressed. If anything, he sounded a bit more so. I bit my lip. Sorry, that sounded like the beginning of a sentence. A sentence. I bit my lip. I've been worried about it literally all day. Maybe it was time to do something to get my mind off of it. Ellipses. The radio show was hosted in Azalea Arts Center, wasn't it? Wasn't that where they took me after the flower festival? Well, yes. Yes, it would be, because I'm fairly certain after the flower festival they went to the radio studio. Ellipses. There was no problem in simply popping by, right? Just to wish him luck before the big game. This wasn't weird at all. I entered Azalea Art Center, made my way through the halls and to the radio showroom. The show was still going on, so I couldn't just barge in. Instead, I stood outside the door waiting for PBG and John to finish up. Ellipses. I sighed. It was a long wait. What was I really doing here? Why did I care so much? Ian was right. If PBG wanted to do something, it was none of my business whether he did it. I didn't run his life. He didn't have to make his decisions taking me into consideration. But I didn't just feel concern for him. I also felt a little responsible for him. Back when we were little, I was the one who watched out for PBG. I protected him from people who made fun of him. I chased down boys who tripped him on purpose. I even punched a kid in the face after I saw him shove PBG down on the concrete. We were only a few months apart in age, but he always felt like a little brother to me. It was hard for me to see him as anything different, even now that he was so insanely tall and clearly had things together. Is 6'2" insanely tall? I mean, it's pretty tall. I'll say that, but insanely tall? I'd say like 6'4" plus is like really, really tall. Well, as together as obsessively destroying yourself over a silly soccer game could be, although I guess in Japan, 6'2" would probably be really fucking ridiculous. Should have punched me. Jesus. Should have punched me if you were so scared, but I was an actual... Sorry, what if I was an actual alien? Then punching you wouldn't have made any difference. Make much of a difference. You don't know that. What if human skin burns on their flesh? You know, it's possible. John and PBG walked right past me, too deep in an argument to even notice I was standing there. I gently cleared my throat. I feel like that reaction is probably about as accurate too. It's about equal. It's an appropriate response for my throat clear. I don't think it's an appropriate response for her little ahem that she probably did. Oh, Hana, it's just you. What are you doing here? John glanced from me to PBG and smiled like a Cheshire cat. I'm just gonna save right here, totally acting as if it's nothing happening.
See you later.
Yeah, I gotta get going, but I'll leave you two here. Take your time, too. We have permission to be out, so we won't get in any trouble. I smiled at him, and he winked at me. PBG was pink. It's good to know. It's good to know PBG was pink. So, why are you here?
Well...
Shit. I didn't really think about what I should say once I was here. It was just kind of an impulse of... I want to be close to him. I just want him all over me. I'm rubbing my body right now. Mostly I just wanted to see him, to put my mind at ease. Yes, he was alive, and he was in one piece. Didn't even look that bad, and much better than he had the last few days. Maybe he had been using that time to catch up on sleep. But still, he shouldn't be missing so much class. There's no out there. What should I say? Gonna go with this one. I've been conflicted. I feel like you're pushing yourself too hard, but I know how important this is to you. I just wanted to do something to help. I stopped. I wanted to give him something, but what? You don't have to do that. I fumbled around my jacket looking for anything that might serve as a good gift. There was nothing but my body. I'm just gonna change to sexy music. I'm not actually going to because I'm lazy, but... Sexy music. There was nothing to give him but my body. Slurping sounds aren't sexy. Oh, wait. Stepping forward, I unwrapped myself. I wrapped my arms around him in a hug. My head just barely reached his chest. It was more like hugging his stomach than hugging him. His heart was beating rapidly just under my ear, and he was still That was my brain going in full stop. His heart was beating rapidly just under my ear, and he went stiff as a door. Oh, really? Maybe this wasn't the right thing. He shifted a little under me, then I felt two long arms wrap around me, too. Something prickly hit the top of my head.
Hana.
Thank you, Hana, really. As he spoke, vibrations tickled my head and face. No problem. We stood like that for some time, longer than was strictly necessary for a friendly hug, but I didn't mind. In fact, I kind of liked it. It was different than the normal kind of hug I got from my or my parents. Something seemed different, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Finally, he pulled away. As I smiled at him, I realized what was weird. My heart was beating like crazy. BBG's face was rosy pink, and I was sure mine was the same. He cleared his throat. Well then, I guess I'll just have to get going now then. He started walking backwards towards the door, not taking his eyes off me. Yeah, I'm just gonna... yeah, good. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, no problem. Will I see you at the game tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know you will. I beamed at him, and he beamed back. Great, man, I'm so excited. There's no way we'll fail. None at all. He chuckled. Thanks, Hannah. I didn't do anything. No, you definitely did. Oh, okay. It was a very bassy, horrible thing that hurt my ear somewhat. He hit the door with a loud bang. See, that was a good sound effect. That was interesting and funny. Jerking around, he grabbed the handle and tried to pull it open, but he didn't budge. It's, push. Sorry, door. He pushed on the door so hard when it opened he flung himself out into the night air. He stood still for a few seconds, processing what happened. I just imagined that really shitty Dark Souls door, or door in Dark Souls 2, where it just opens up into an alley that is an infinite drop. Or not an infinite drop, but a really far drop, to the point where you just instantly die. And just thinking about how fucking stupid that design architecture is. Anyways. Just as the door swung closed, he turned and waved to me. Ellipses. That was well worth the wait. Beautiful. That's where we're going to leave it off. If you liked the video, or disliked the video, the rating system is down below. You can also favorite the video, share it on social media. Follow me on social media, which is currently, and probably for the future, just Twitter, I post bullshit. Mostly just video updates, but, you know, the occasional retweet of some political discussionary things, or just joking things, or animators I like, or other various things. And of course, if you like this comment, if you like this content, you can subscribe to the channel just for constant updates. I say constant, 5 days a week. At least for now. I don't know. Last week it was 3, just because the series ended on a weird... Or no, I guess it was 4. Because the series ended on a weird... No, it was 3. Because the series ended on a weird day. Midweek. And I didn't have anything to record. What the fuck is this dubstep in the background? I like this. I like how it goes from like that hard... I say hard dubstep because I don't fucking know what dubstep is. To this nice little 8-bit chiptune-like thing. It's nice, actually. Yeah, so you can subscribe if you want more of this bullshit. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I am Morbidobo. Goodbye.